If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're tired of guessing, then lock in. We're done with the nonsense. Hey, I was drowning in the noise, scrolling answers, paying fees, cabinet full of miracles I never did.
So you've heard the whispers, the magic shot, the cheat code, the next level biohack. And as a pharmacist, I'm going to tell you the truth. Peptides can be powerful, but they're also the most expensive way to create expensive urine if you don't flip 3 switches first. And today, I'm going to save you thousands of dollars by showing you exactly when peptides make sense and when you're just flushing money down the toilet. And by the end of the episode of this video, you're going to go through my 7-question protocol picker so you can figure out exactly which lane you belong in without guessing. Let's go. Now, a quick disclaimer, this is for education only. I'm not diagnosing you. I'm not prescribing you. I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm discussing the science and the decision framework so you can have smarter conversations with quality medical professionals or qualified medical professionals. This is the don't be dumb, don't get wrecked, and don't get scammed channel. Cool? Cool. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Dr. Justin Cronut. I'm a pharmacist. I've spent my life inside systems. Most people don't understand until it's too late. Meds, supplements, side effects, interactions, and the business behind all of it. And what I'm building here is simple. Stop guessing. Stop stacking random stuff and stop buying hype. Because most people don't have a health problem, they have an order of operations problem. And peptides are the perfect example. I've used this exact framework in my own life. And yes, I've seen big results. And my wife has seen big results too. I'm down 40 pounds in just 3 months. My wife is down about 20 pounds in about 4 months, and she's still going. But the reason it worked wasn't magic. It worked because we handled the foundations first. That's the entire point of today. Peptides aren't new. So, to give you a little bit of clarification, insulin is a peptide, and we've used it in medicine for a long time. So, why is everyone acting like peptides just got invented? Because what's new is biohacking went mainstream. Weight loss and longevity are exploding. Marketing got loud. And people are selling protocols like they're spell books. And that's why people get burned. So let's define it clean. What peptides are. Here's the simplest way to understand peptides. Proteins are bricks. Peptides are the foreman, yelling at the workers where to put the bricks. You can have all the bricks in the world, protein, workouts, supplements, but if the foreman is asleep, the wall doesn't get built. And this is what many of my clientele day in and day out are doing. They're doing supplementation, they're doing clean eating, they're fixing their meditative practices. But if the foreman is asleep, the wall doesn't get built or the house doesn't get built. So peptides are short chains of amino acids that act like signals, not instant miracles, signals. And signals only work when the receiver is functioning, which brings us to the most important section of this entire episode, what I call the TLC rule. Now, I've talked about TLC in the past as therapeutic lifestyle changes. However, I've got a new one. Terrain, lifestyle, and cofactors. Okay. So why many people are getting burned right now with peptides is because they don't have the bricks. They're waking up their foreman, and the foreman is waking up yelling where to place the bricks, but their bodies don't have the foundation, the bricks, the protein, the workouts, the sleep, the stress management. Okay. So write this down. TLC first, then peptides. So if you are one of my clientele and you're already on peptides, it's because I've already screened you through the TLC process, terrain, lifestyle, cofactors. Now here's the monster concept. Peptides do not override biology. They amplify biology. Drugs override biology. When people are low in testosterone, doctors give more testosterone, which overrides the body's systems. Peptides do not override biology. They amplify biology. Think of your biology like a microphone system. Peptides are the amplifier. If the signal going in, your terrain and cofactors, is garbage static. Let me say that again. If the signal going in, which are things like your terrain and your cofactors, is garbage, then it's static. Turning up the volume just gives you louder static. So doing more terrain, more cofactors, more protein, more workouts is louder static. You don't need more volume yet. You need to clean the signal. So the three switches I'm talking about are sleep quality, stress load, which is your nervous system regulators or nervous system regulation, and third is protein and basic cofactors consistency. Okay. Now, if those three are a mess, peptides are not your next step. They're your next mid state. Okay. You get a lot of this bro science going on in YouTube. You get a lot of this bro science going on with your next door neighbor or the gym member that's standing next to you giving you bro science. That's what it's called. Now, instead of giving you 12 protocol lanes in a boring list, I'm grouping everything into three buckets. I'm trying to simplify everything for you. Episode 2, I had three buckets. This is a different three bucket, okay? Now, I'm grouping everything into these three buckets, and this keeps retention high. And it keeps your brain from melting, okay? I have often been told I make people's brains melt. Okay. So remember, just in case you're driving or not at a moment to write things down, at the end, we're doing the 7-question protocol picker so that you can choose your starting lane like a sane person. So the three buckets, there are three big reasons people explore peptides. Bucket 1 is repair. This is someone who's saying something is inflamed, something is damaged, something is not recovering. This could be joints, tendons, gut, tissue quality. Now, here's the flex, quick and clean. Okay, in the repair bucket, we're not just healing. Okay, we're triggering cellular repair signals, including things like angiogenesis, which is the creation of new blood vessels. Translation, it's literally knitting new blood supply to an area that's been under repair for too long. Too much inflammation, too much repair needs to happen in a specific area. So, what certain peptides can do is repair, increase angiogenesis, which is knitting new blood supply to an area that's been under repaired for too long. Bucket 2, metabolism. Okay, this is for the person who's saying or needing fat loss. Insulin resistance is happening. Visceral fat is a known. Okay, something like NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay, the visceral fat, the fat lining your organs. Cravings are out of control. Appetite dysregulation. Okay, this is that person. And this is why peptides are trending like crazy right now in the medical field. Wegovy, Ozempic, Manjaro. These are peptides for these specific issues. And again, this is why peptides are trending like crazy right now. Big Pharma found them, and Big Pharma is advertising them, and Big Pharma is in the public eye and talking about them everywhere. So we're not just losing weight with these kinds of peptides, we're influencing signaling pathways that affect appetite, that affect blood sugar curves, that affect how the body prioritizes fuel. Okay, most of our bodies are prioritizing blood sugar or carbohydrates over fat fuel, fat metabolism. Okay, breaking your own fat stores open and utilizing those for fuel. A translation, peptides are modifying how your body chooses energy and how loud hunger feels. Okay, that's bucket two. Now on to bucket three is performance. This is things like focus, drive, resilience, sleep quality, body composition, lean mass recovery. These are people that need these kinds of things. High performing entrepreneurs typically fall in this boat. Okay, we rely on focus and drive and resilience and sleep quality. Okay, this bucket is where high performers live. And here's the knowledge that you need to know. Some protocols in this category, some protocols people discuss in this lane involve growth hormone secretagogue signaling. Okay, what does that mean? It means we're nudging the body's own performance recovery signals. Okay, it's not growth hormone. A lot of people in this field, a lot of people in the past in this field would have just given growth hormone, kind of like the testosterone debate. We give you growth hormone and your body continues to perform as a teenager. Growth hormone is secreted the most when you're a teenager. Now, what these peptides do is they nudge the secretagogue growth hormone and its signaling pathways. It nudges, it's the foreman that says, you go there, you do this. Bricks perform, bricks make the wall, bricks make this house. So we're nudging the body's own performance recovery signals. But if you're not sleeping right, you're trying to build a house during an earthquake. Now, I'm going to show you a simple on-screen map. I'm switching to a screen share because I want you to screenshot this. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by peptides, this is going to simplify the world of peptides for you. Okay, it's going to simplify the whole world. Here are the lanes inside each bucket. The repair bucket lanes, joint and tissue rebuild, gut, brain, burnout reset, regenerative radiance. Okay, this is things like skin and connective support. That's bucket one. Bucket two is your metabolic bucket lanes. Okay, this has different lanes in it. Fat loss, fast track, appetite and craving control, visceral fat or metabolic reboot, body composition, metabolism, and muscle. That's bucket number two. Now, bucket number three is the performance bucket lanes. This includes executive edge, the focus, the drive, the resilience, the calm and clear. So things like regulation, sleep, anxiety type patterns. Okay, things like lean muscle accelerator. And remember, only when the foundations are strong. Okay. Men's drive reset or women's rebalance lanes. Okay. I'm not hyping any of this, guys. These are the three buckets and the many lanes within each bucket that I've helped people utilize peptides for. So back to me. Now I'm going to zoom in on the metabolic bucket, maybe in the actual screen share or maybe just in thought, because this is where the biggest pain is and also where the biggest scams are. Most people think weight loss is willpower, and it's not. It's physiology. It's hunger signaling, insulin signaling, stress and sleep, things like food management, food environment, habits, inflammation, muscle mass, nervous system tone. So when people say this peptide made me lose weight, what they really mean is this helped regulate a signal that was driving my behavior. That's the honest way to say it. And now there's one concept that has the internet in a chokehold right now. I'm going to talk about it carefully because this is where people get reckless. Now, there is a peptide that I personally used, okay, and it falls under research use only category. So this is not FDA approved. This is not a medication. It doesn't make claims. I'm not diagnosing, treating. Okay. It's a research use only. And I decided to use the research on me. Okay. And the peptide I used is called retatrutide. Now, I'm a pharmacist, a tomato. For those of you that want to go Google this, you might hear people call it retatrutide. Okay. retatrutide or retatrutide. Okay, I call it retatrutide. Just tomato, tomato. It's like all of your other medicine that you take. Okay, is it simvastatin or simvastatin? Okay, is it metformin or metformin? I don't know. It's tomato, tomato. I don't care how you say it. But retatrutide is an investigational compound being studied for weight loss and metabolic outcomes. It's often described as a GLP-3, okay, or a triple pathway approach. Now, it functions on three different pathways. It's a GLP, it's a GIP, and it's a glucagon agonist, okay? So, the reason people are obsessed is because early research has got everyone's attention with big metabolic outcomes. Now, an important line for you to understand that I'm going to say, and I wrote this script out because I want to be so far above the line when talking about these things. I'm not telling you to get it. I'm not telling you where to get it. I'm not talking about dosing. I'm explaining why the science has everybody watching it. Okay. Now, if you know the most common peptides on the market at the moment, semaglutide or tirzepatide, okay, retatrutide is a level above those. Okay. Semaglutide and tirzepatide are things like Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy. These are the most common peptides on the market, and they tend to be either a GLP only, GLP-1, or a GLP and GIP. So two functions that tirzepatide has. Semaglutide only has one mechanism. Okay, retatrutide has three mechanisms of action, and it's being studied slash trying to be patented currently by Eli Lilly. So it just goes to show you the effectiveness. They don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to hear about it. They don't want you to read about it until it's in the medical big pharma mainstream drug. But again, I'm not telling you to get it. I'm not telling you where to get it. I'm not talking dosing. If you want to reach out to me, I will talk to you on the side about that. Okay, I'm explaining why the science is everybody watching it. When metabolic signaling improves, you often see improvement in things like appetite regulation, blood sugar stability, visceral fat patterns, and overall metabolic friction. And that matters because these pathways touch root problems. They touch insulin resistance. That's one of the biggest issues in our society at the moment, insulin resistance. And that's the SAD diet. The standard American diet induces insulin resistance. Now, that's the SAD diet prior to the food pyramid flipping on its head just recently. Okay, this standard American diet prior to 2026. So but again, this matters because it touches root problems such as insulin resistance, systemic inflammation, which is rampant with our food and our eating habits and our nutrition habits and our sleep habits and our stress habits and cellular energy regulation. But here's the trap. Appetite suppression does not equal health. If you're not eating protein, if you're not lifting, if you're not sleeping, if you're not walking regularly, and if you're not regulating stress, you can lose weight and still lose the plot. Okay, you can lose weight and still lose the plot. That's why TLC comes first. And what brings us to the anchor of this entire episode is the 7-question protocol picker, my 7-question protocol picker. Now, the protocol picker revolves around these 7 questions. So let's just dive in. Question 1. What is your primary goal right now? And I walk you through these questions, okay? When I do one-on-one coaching, this is, this is literally what I go through. So I'm giving you the answers to do with yourself, so you don't need me, to do with your friends and family members, so they don't need me, and to not just rely on bro science or YouTube science. Okay, so what is your primary goal right now? Is it fat loss? Is it lean muscle? Is it calm sleep? Is it focus and drive? Is it repair and recovery? What is your primary goal right now? Question 2. What is your biggest limiter? Is it cravings, pain, inflammation, burnout, sleep, stress? energy crashes. Question 3, how is your TLC? Honestly, okay? Your terrain, your lifestyle, your cofactors, okay? How is your sleep? Is it solid or is it fractured? How is your stress? Is it regulated or chaotic? How's your protein intake? Is it consistent or random? How is your movement? Is it structured or sporadic? Question 4, are you wired and inflamed or tired and flat? Okay, wired are things like anxious, your sleep is fragmented, cortisol type patterns. Okay, is your cortisol spiking when it shouldn't be? Okay, or is it flat? Do you have low drive? Are you fatigued? Do you have a lot of brain fog? Low recovery? Okay, you work out once and you're put down for 2 weeks. That's low recovery. Question 5, what's your oversight level? Do you have a qualified clinician involved? Or are you internet researching with vibes, okay, with feelings? And be honest here, okay? Or are you using somebody like myself, okay? I do have my own one on one coaching audits and programs. It's going to cost you because I'm too busy at the moment to do things for free like I used to, okay? But be honest. Are you internet researching with vibes, what feels right? Or do you have a qualified clinician who you trust in and is involved? Question 6, are you trying to solve a symptom or fix the system? Because peptides don't replace basics, they multiply basics. Okay? Peptides don't replace basics. Peptides don't replace the building blocks, the proteins, the work. Okay? Peptides are like a steering wheel, not the car. You have to drive the car. You got to have all the resources in the car, the fuel, the actual structure of the car. Okay, you have to have it. But it multiplies the basics. Question 7. What would make this successful in 90 days? Not a fantasy, a real plan. What are your sleep targets, your protein targets, movement targets, and tracking something meaningful? Now, here's the tiebreaker rule, and I'm putting it right here. The tiebreaker rule. If you're stuck between two lanes, okay, remember we have repair, metabolism, or performance. If you're stuck between one of those lanes, and I know a lot of you are, you're like, yeah, well, metabolism, sure, but God, my sleep is horrible, right? My performance is suffering. Say I'm a high performer. And you don't start with weight, you start with the TLC. Okay. But if one of those buckets stands out, tied, I suppose, if you're stuck between two of those lanes, or even within the bucket, you're stuck between two lanes, start with the lane, okay, that reduces friction first. Okay, start with the lane that reduces friction first. If you're burned out and not sleeping, you don't start with muscle accelerator. Okay, you start with calm, clear, regulated. If you're inflamed, bloated, and foggy, you don't start with fat loss, fast track. I know that's where you want to. Okay, I used to put on a class called Lose 20 Pounds in 30 Days. And a lot of you would have chosen that over something like an inflamed, bloated, or foggy. Lose the inflamed, bloated, or foggy in 30 days. Okay, you don't start with the fat loss fast track. You start with gut brain reset and repair, right? If your lifestyle is chaotic, you don't start with advanced anything. You start with TLC. Again, both therapeutic lifestyle changes, sleep management, stress management, weight management, nutrition management, as well as brain lifestyle cofactors. Okay, you start with TLC and a foundational lane. And that's why you got me, guys. I'll help you. Because when the receiver gets fixed, the signal works. Okay, I love peptides, straight up. But I hate wasting money. Also, something. So here's the pharmacist reality check. If you answer no, questions 1, 2, or 3, meaning your goal is unclear, your limiter is unclear, and your TLC is a mess, do not buy peptides yet. Spend that same money on high quality magnesium, a simple sleep routine, a sleep tracker program or coach. Okay, and that is the pharmacist's prescription. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but that is my prescription. Is do not buy peptides if your TLC is a mess, your goals are unclear, and your limiter is unclear. Spend the money on high quality magnesium, the foundation, the core 3 or core 5. Go back and listen to episode 2 if you don't know what that means. Sleep tracking, stress tracking. Get a coach. Get me. Pay for me. I mean, come on, let's go. Okay, because if you can't sleep, if you can't recover, if you then you can't transform. Okay, because if you can't sleep, you can't recover. And if you can't recover, you can't transform. Okay, so who this is for? And this is why I'm doing this. I got so much feedback and questions. Who this is for? This is for people who want structure. This is for people who are tired of guessing. It's for people who want science and budget reality. Okay, I'm not saying this stuff is cheap. I'm just saying don't do it ahead of other basics. Don't go to advanced strategies if you don't have the basics. And who this is not for, okay? This is not black market shortcut seekers or biohacking, but sucking all your money out of you. This is not for people who want me to tell them what to take. This is not for people who refuse to handle basics. Okay. I am sick of people who won't do the basics. If that's you, go find somebody else. Go find your biohacker. Go find your bro science person on the internet. Go find them. We're just not simpatico, right? And again, if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, on complex medications, or have serious medical conditions, this becomes a clinician conversation. I'm not your prescriber. I'm your educator and your systems guy. Not your. I'm not even your pharmacist. I'm not your medical provider. Okay, here's the deal. I just gave you the map, but you still have to drive the car. And most people, if they're honest, don't know how to choose the lane, sequence it, or track it without spiraling. Let me see that again. Most people, if they're honest, don't know how to choose the lane, they don't know how to sequence it, or track it without spiraling. That's why I built the protocol picker. It's research coaching, plus progress tracking, plus order of operations execution. So you stop guessing. This is education and coaching, not medical care, not prescribing, but it gives you clarity, gives you structure and momentum without chaos. Inside the protocol picker, you get the 7 questions intake, a lane selection framework, and the TLC checklist. Okay, progress trackers for things like sleep, cravings, training, energy, digestion, sequencing guidance, and coaching accountability. And yes, if you're already on a clinician directed metabolic medication, such as the semaglutide or the terzepatides, I teach the lifestyle and cofactor foundation that helps people get better outcomes long term. I actually want to create a class called How to Make Ozempic Work Better, or How to Make Wegovy Work Better, How to Make Your Peptide Work Better. And it goes back to those foundations. Okay, if you don't have the right building blocks, the proteins, your cortisol's off the charts, then your peptide medications that the doctor is prescribing won't work. Straight up. Okay? No medication replaces habits. Straight up. No peptide replaces TLC. So if you want the free 7-question flowchart, comment LANE, LANE, and I'll tell you where to grab it. It's going to be off this platform because this platform is not friendly to people like me who want to give people answers. And I'll tell you where to grab it if you comment LANE, LANE. Make it capital to make it bold, to make me know that you want it, that you're yelling at me, right? And if this episode helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's overwhelmed. Peptides aren't magic, but with the right order of operations, they can be a powerful signal. I'll see you in the next episodes, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. tired of feeling stuck, if you're tired of guessing, then lock in. We're done with the nonsense. Hey, I was drowning in the noise, scrolling answers, paying fees. Cabinet full of miracles that never did a thing for me. Everybody got a plan, everybody got a pitch, but I'm done buying shortcuts from a stranger's highlight reel. I want truth I can't repeat, I want steps it actually hold. Not a hype train, not a trend, not a story getting sold. So I took the wheel back, cut the clutter, clear the smoke, built a foundation out of discipline and hope. I don't need perfect, I need consistent. Small wins daily, that's how you lift it. If it's real, it'll stand up under pressure. So watch me rise. I'm in proof mode, no more guessing, no more games. Call first, head clear, I remember my name. I'm in proof mode, turn the struggle into flame. Day by day, brick by brick, I'm built different when I aim. Hands up, feeling it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. Hands up, feeling it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. I'm not chasing every spark, I'm a torch in the rain. I don't fold when it's hard, let the pressure make strength. I got people counting on me, got a family in my heart, got a purpose in my chest, like a lion in the dark. I don't need a spotlight, I need a standard that's true. I need a plan I can follow when the week hits round two. So I audit what I'm doing, cut the doubles, cut the waste. Then I stack one goal at a time, watch the whole life change. No more someday, I'm choosing right now. No more maybe, I'm taking that vow. If it costs me comfort, I'll pay it with a smile. I'm in proof mode. I'm in proof mode, no more guessing, no more games. Call first, head clear, I remember my name. I'm in proof mode, turn the struggle into flame. Day by day, brick by brick, I'm built different when I aim. Hands up, feel it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. Hands up, feel it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. When the old me whispers quit, I don't argue, I just move. When the world gets loud with fear, I go silent, then I choose. I choose sleep like it matters. I choose strength like it's prayer. I choose food that fuels the mission. I choose breathe, sunlight, fresh air. And if I fall good, I learn where the edge is. If I fail good, I'm closer than I've been. I'm not broken, I'm becoming, I'm the work and the witness. So say it with me. Prove more. Prove more. Prove more. Yes, prove more. No more guessing, no more guessing. Prove more. I'm in proof mode, no more guessing, no more games. Call first, head clear, I remember my name. I'm in proof mode, turn the struggle into flame. Day by day, brick by brick, I'm built different when I aim. Hands up, feel it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. Hands up, feel it, this is the comeback code. Truth over hype, yeah, we're living in proof mode. Yeah, this is the climb, this is the road. Hard days don't win when you're living in proof mode. Yeah, audit, build, focus, repeat. One goal.